You the bell real quick. So I'm gonna get started. What's up, Yolanda? Make sure I put some more on the subscribers. 20 minutes. Let me hit that flute a few times for y'all, and we're gonna start this message I got for y'all. This did, I don't even know what's good. Trying to see my phone trip. It's coming, baby. I can't get it. It's coming. It's coming. I gotta cover my oil. Alright, hit that right into it. We putting that up today. So we'll start off with, so if you haven't seen by the title, this is a special. We got 11 people in the chat and one like. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all subscribe. Or if you ain't subscribed to me already, Spirit Baby Kid, if you don't know that. But today we're doing a special message for the full wolf moon and the 111 portal energy message. I also got to do that together with this. 21 people in the chat. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can comment on future lives and connect with me. But this is a full wolf moon and 111 message, a special message. I'm combining both energies to see what messages we get from the full moon, which is a wolf full moon. So it's us tapping into our emotions, our instincts, and our intuition, releasing anything else that's holding it back from us fully stepping into our intuition, and then with that one energy coming into more alignment with ourself and our leadership energy. So let's dive right into it. First deck I'm gonna be putting out of is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck to see what messages we currently buy in for this message. I also had some more cards in cards. There they go. So yeah, we're gonna pull out of those. Check the microphone. Is it better? Is it better, Ellie? It should be better now. I think I had it hooked up to my headphones. Is it better? It's fine. Okay. Yolanda, you can hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Yolanda, can y'all hear me now? Okay. Ellen said she can hear me. Yolanda, can you hear me now? You hear me? Y'all can hear me? So I can go and dive into this message. Ellen, you said you can hear me. I'm trying to see if Yolanda can hear me. Yolanda, can you hear me? Yolanda, can you hear me? You can hear me, Yolanda? Okay, let's dive right into it. We finna dive into a special, a super special message for the Wolf Full Moon and the 111 portal energy. I wasn't able to pull the message for the 111 energy the other day. I don't know what I had going on, but with this Wolf Full Moon, we have our intuition. We're diving more into our emotions because it's in Cancer. It's not really to look at it bad like we being emotional or something, but to tap more into our intuition, which is tied to our emotions. So clearing out the junk that's blocking our intuition from fully stepping through, so we can fully step through with our purpose and follow our purpose through our intuition. With the 111 energy, there's also leadership energy, and you stepping fully more into your purpose and coming more into alignment with your purpose in leadership energy. That's all the energy I ever gotten from 111 is leadership and you stepping up. And then with that wolf energy, that's you being pretty much lone wolf energy of you stepping up and doing what you got to do for yourself. So let's dive into it and see what message we get. The first deck we pulling out of is the Wild Unknown Archetype. We're gonna pull one card out of here and let's see what we get. So I hope y'all having a blessed, abundant day. Timeline, whenever you come across this message, is meant for you. No specific time on it. I never put time stamps. I mean, not time limits on my readings to when you can watch them or when they for you. So I know it says for the full moon, which is today, and the 1-1 energy, which was 2 days ago. It can be timeless. You could be stepping into these energies at any time. So take the message as it resonates, leave the rest out. Let's see what we get. I gotta go to class in about an hour. I ain't gonna rush. The Lover and the River. I ain't never seen this River card, but I done seen the Lover card. So we got, the first card we got is a Swan and the Lover. I don't know why swans always represent love. I kind of want to look it up, but I left the tablet in the house. So we have the Lover and we have the River. So the first card we got is the Lover. And bring it back to the chat for us real quick. I would love that. So the first card we got is the Lover. The heart, the beloved, and the devoted. So you're tapping into your heart space. You're tapping more into your passions, your sensuality, the things that make you feel good out of life. You're paying attention to your emotions so you can pay attention to what makes you feel good, what makes you feel bad, and you falling in love with the things that make you feel good and what pulls you closer to what you need to do. So we got the heart, the beloved, and the devoted. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, revealing in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey. Kiss a lover or speak gentle words to a child. The lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by getting there, but by the slow merging of self and the other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must fully be present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be, rather than the lover is in awe of what the world presents, revealing in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offering. So you falling in love with every little piece of what the universe and life is offering you at this time, and falling in love with the sensuality of it. So in light, it means connection, expansion, devotion, and awe. So you're becoming more connected with spirit and yourself, becoming more aligned with spirit and yourself, becoming more devoted to spirit and yourself, and in the process you are becoming more expansive. So when you hold someone's gaze for several moments, you will feel the lover within you awaken. It is common to seek the lover in another. The true gift is finding the lover in yourself. So at this time, you are finding the lover in yourself. 4:04 on the clock, as I say that, with 40%. So 4:44. You being divinely protected and guided to find this self-love, this love, this sensuality, 10:10 on the clock within yourself, so you can further express it throughout the world. You got to find love in yourself first, so then you can find the love for spirit, and then you'll be able to give it out into the world. The lover archetype is present everywhere.
not just where conventional forms of pleasure and beauty are found. The lovers are is unconditional. So being unconditionally in love with all things. That's the energy you are currently embodying and stepping into. The final card we got out of this, up under that, we got the Siren. So there's major sensuality coming through the Siren, flowing with life, connecting more with life, falling in love with it, and embodying that Siren mermaid energy with using your voice, alluring, attractiveness, and also figuring out those laws of the universe with spirit. So the final card we got is the River. So you currently embodying the lover, which is also current, kind of unlocking some siren energy within you. 11 on the clock, as I say that, and you'll be able to attract and alert things that you need for the highest good and harmony with the most benevolent outcomes to you. But the final card we had was the River. I never seen this card before. I'm not lying to y'all. The River, I ain't never seen it. Never seen it. It's hard to find it. Oh man. Gonna hit me one of those. There you go. The river, the stream, the flow, and the current. So you falling in love with the flow, the stream, the current of life, so you can flow better with it. 12 on the clock, as I say that, so you can be more aligned and spirit can do things in more alignment, and you won't be going against the current, but with it. There is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. So you falling in love with every little piece of your life, everything you've been through up until this point, and everything you're gonna go through for the highest good and harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. So you're no longer in control at this time. Once you fall in love with this not being in control, everything can flow a little better and spirit can work for you. It sounds like a spiritual bath, initiation to release everything else so you can fall in love with the flow of spirit. Exactly. It sounds like a spirit bath. A spirit bath to get more flow. 13 on the clock, as I say that. So really a death and rebirth, but what this death and rebirth is doing is killing away everything that might be holding you back from being in flow. And this rebirth is bringing you with the flow of universal energy. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. So you're transforming. Its waters have a special gift of reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind that the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, the lover. That's what the river is showing you, releasing everything off of you that's not keeping you in touch with this lover you. The river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. That's what the lover does. Has nothing to hide, nothing to judge. That's unconditional. May you drink in the sight of your true self, which is the lover, the siren. So in light, the river is acceptance, grace, reflection, and forgiveness. You are in a time of forgiveness and reflection to release anything that you need to release at this time to further step more into your true self. The river is emotion. When you are in its current, you will know it by the bursting forth of tears, laughter, song, despair. All the emotions flow in its current. That's that full moon energy. Like you, all these emotions coming up so they can be released, so you can be more in touch with your real self, your intuition, your instinct, your higher self. You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually, it will pull you toward change. So you may as well get in it with style and grace. So this river is pulling you towards some change and transformation. This full moon is pulling you towards change and transformation by pulling out emotions that you might have been resisting. So the best option for you right now is to fall in love with it. Become this lover. Fall in love with everything you've been through. Fall in love with these emotions because they're gonna make you stronger, and you're gonna feel so much more on the other side of these emotions that are currently releasing through this full moon and this 111 energy. So I want to pull the final card, the Siren, out of this deck, because it was just like I felt called to it. So we got the Siren. So you currently embodying Siren energy, also the lover and the Siren. So the Siren, I just had it. It was right here. The Siren. Where you at, baby? Come back. The Temptress, the Seducer, the Femme Fatal. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. So you're being pulled and called towards something much more grander that you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to be happy you fell in love with it. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call might not even be an option unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. So the spirit is calling you. It's basically telling you the only way you're not going to be able to go is if you tie yourself up and stay tied to the past. Something more alluring and more loving, even lusting, that is really what you desiring is calling after you. Everything that you done seen up into this point, whether it be a career or something that you want to do, a journey you want to take with yourself, you being called to it, and everything else that you might have even liked, but ain't the level of desire you got on this, what spirit calling you to is falling away, and you pretty much diving deep into it. So in light, it is awakened sensuality, absorption, and arousal. So your sensuality is awakening. The thing, whatever this is calling you, it may be a journey, it may be a passion, a career, your purpose, pretty much, is calling you so much that it's awakening your sensuality to show you what feels right to you and what doesn't feel right. What the feeling it then gave you is remarkable, and you can't lose it feeling. So you might feel it every once in a while, but that once in a while feeling is only to remind you that this is the way, this is what you truly want. With that lover card, that's what you got. Other interpretations of the siren archetype include the nymph, the mermaid, and the fairy. They often come in sets of threes as trinity of temptation. So you're being tempted by the universe. Embodying the siren archetype requires that we explore things that are taboo. The siren laughs at convention and constraints. She eats rules. So with that lover card, you eating the rules. You becoming unconditionally in love with yourself. Emotions and feelings that you feel inside of yourselves, even things you might want to bring out into the world that the world may deem as bad, and you need to just let it go or not think about that, or you don't need to be feeling like that. With this lover card, you dive deep into it. You ain't got no choice because spirit calling you, and with the river card, you flowing towards it to feel these things, feel these emotions, so you can become a more embodied truth. I'm buffering. You feeling these things, embodying the siren energy with the lover card, so you can flow towards it, your purpose, and the things that are really calling you with this river. So spirit is tempting you to go towards what it is, which is your purpose, and you falling in love with it. With the siren energy, your sensuality is being awakened, so you can know what you really are falling in love with that lover card. Is it working good now? I'm finna dive into the next deck. Is it working good now? Is it working good? Is it working good? Is it working good? Is it working good? Is everything straight? Somebody said I'm buffering. Is it buffering still? Is everything good? So I can get back to the reading. Cause I'm moving smooth on my end. So y'all tell me what's going on. Somebody tell me is everything good so I can get back to the reading. Is it back working good? It's better. It's working. All right. It's working. Everything good here. Can y'all hear me? 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 Did y'all get the whole message from the archetypes guidebook with the siren, the river, and the lover? Did y'all get that whole message about the lover, the river, and the siren? Okay, so let's dive into the next deck, which is the Ma Kelly Oracle, to see what Ma Kelly has to say to us about this energy that we are currently in for the highest good and the harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Let's see what we get for the highest good and the harmony with the most benevolent outcomes for Ma Kelly. So we got Siri Bala. Siri Bala. Powerful yellow card. This is abundance. Siri Bala. Commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspiration. So that's what the river, the siren, and the lover card was about. You falling in love with your most passionate inspirations. You flowing with them with the river card, and with the siren, you being called to it and you following it with no hesitation. With all commitment. So commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspirations. That's that 111 energy, leadership energy, stepping into the position. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you may recognize. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but the instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Instinctive wolf full moon purpose 111 energy. It is not your imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but the instinctive intuition recognition of your true purpose. So you fully seeing your true purpose, using your instincts to really recognize what your true purpose is and clearing out all the other bullshit. That's what the wolf full moon is bringing you in. So it's basically telling you success is guaranteed. You got to commit fully to it. You got to go on your lone wolf journey, because everybody ain't going to understand what you got going on or what you're trying to get to. So you got to do it alone sometimes and believe that you're going to do it. And then you got to instinctively follow your intuition and know you're going towards your purpose. Success is guaranteed as long as you do the work. Let's dive into the next deck, which is a deck I rarely pull out of since I gave away my last deck, and then I got a new deck, which is Moonology deck. So we pulling this for the full moon. So let's see what card or cards we get from the Moonology deck to see what the full moon has to say to us also. So Spirit is calling you to follow your purpose, where it's instinctively calling you. Spirit is calling you to do it. You being called, tempted, seduced. Your sensuality is calling you towards it. Everything is calling you towards it. Even your heart is calling you towards following your purpose and flowing with it. Because Spirit gonna do what needs to be did for you, and you gonna succeed. But you just gotta do it, and you just gotta go towards it. Kill all doubt, and even when you doubtful, even when you fearful, do it then, and see how those energy release as you do it. I promise you. I promise you. Let's see what we get from the knowledge deck. Believe, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. This is a powerful reading, bro. Believe in the impossible. That's confirmation from the last one. Commit entirely and without hesitation to your inspirations. Believe in yourself even if no one else does. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. So it may seem impossible. It's impossible because it hasn't manifested yet. But once you realize how close you is to manifesting, because the next one is you're very close to achieving your goals. So your hard work is paying off right up under that. So you so close to getting where you trying to get to, but the last little thing you need to hold close to you is believing in the impossible. You may need a miracle. You may need a great turning point to really bring you to where you're trying to be at. But right now, the energies you need to embody is believing in the impossible. That's what your instincts are calling you to, is believing in the impossible, because you so close to achieving your goals, period. I'm going to read out the book for this. So we got the blue moon as the first one. So the blue moon, as the saying goes, some things only happen once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it may only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whether you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. To attune to this card, the affirmation is, I'm lucky. So you need to affirm that you're lucky. You really ain't lucky. You just been putting in the hard work and doing what needs to do. And Spirit finna bless you with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And it really ain't once in a lifetime. A lot of people just don't ever do it. You peeping it. It ain't luck. People just don't do it for real. So they think it's lucky, but they really don't be putting in the work. Final card, the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. I keep looking up at the time to make sure I'm not late for class, but I still got about 40 minutes left, so we good. And we only got 2 decks left, so we gonna be able to get through this message. This is a beautiful message. I love this. You on a long, this really you bodying that lone wolf energy. I seen a dude with a wolf shirt on earlier, and I know he don't know nothing about the full wolf moon. And I'm like, man, that's crazy, bro. I'm just looking for the gibbous moon. I don't need no full moons and nothing. No none of that. We close, y'all. We close. I feel it. I thought we was. They playing me right here. There you go, y'all. Here you go. Gibbous moon. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And putting this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, and that's you believing in the impossible. Though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That does not mean to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. To attune to this moon, the affirmation is, I know that I'm on the right track. Just got to make it over the last hurdle. That's exactly what she's saying. Exactly what she said. And to do that is to believe in the impossible. Believe in your dreams. It's like you doing the work, but ain't believing that your work is gonna bring you what you want. Type energy. So God keep pulling you more and more until you keep doing this, and then you're gonna realize like, oh, this is why I was doing it. So believe in yourself, believe in the impossible, believe in your dreams. So the last final 2 decks we're gonna pull out of is the Angel Tarot and the Hoodoo Tarot. So let's pull from the Angel Tarot, see what messages we get for the highest good and harm none with the most benevolent outcomes. Seven of Wands, the expected God. 7 of Wands and 4 Wands up under that. That's 11. Helps one live in peace with everyone. Okay. Actually need to actually pull from here to see 7 of Wands. Ooh, 7 of Wands energy is you standing up for yourself. You continue to believe in yourself and standing up for what you believe in, period. So right here, you got the 7 of Wands, which is Rael, the angel that is surrounding you at this time, the expected God. Right now, you are being liberated. It says liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. So God is liberating you from any enemies, visible and invisible, and you being delivered from any enemies, visible and invisible, period. You being liberated and delivered from any enemies, visible and invisible. So you can continue going furthermore down your path. And I'm really getting the energy of people not believing in you, people thinking you crazy, you being different from the world, that lone wolf energy. So many people coming against you because they doing the same thing and you doing something different and they got something to say about it, or they just got all these remarks and anything else. So God is putting it to a halt for you, putting you in position so you can further focus on your purpose. Final one you had was the 4 of Wands, which is the second angel surrounding you at this time, Mahasaya. Mahasaya, God the Savior. Mahasaya, God the Savior. So you coming into stability. You working with spirit. Stability is coming to you. But this card says ratification helps one live in peace with everyone. So God is making it. If God is for you, who can be against you? That's what type of energy it is. So God is making sure all your enemies, foes, or anyone else that might even have something to say is in congratulations. Not even congratulations, but they can't be a hindrance on your path the way you feel like people are coming against you because you're doing something different. All this coming to a halt, and it's being peace brought between you and your enemies. You being delivered from you. That's being put to a stop, and you being able to focus on what you need to focus on. You come into a milestone of celebration of getting to pretty much a checkpoint of you putting in so much work, and now you being released from the shackles of people's expectations or their projections. You being able to go on this lone wolf journey and do it without any remarks or people's side notes or anything else. So the angels are letting you know that now that you being heavily protected at this time from anyone's remarks, any enemies that might be trying to come against you as you go on this path, because you know it comes with a lot when you're going by yourself somewhere. But right now, you being able to come at peace and furthermore go down your path without any of this worrying about people coming against you or none of that. You ain't got to deal with it. That cycle is over with. It's over with. Final deck we got is the Hoodoo Tarot. And I'm coming to like this tarot deck very much. Very much. So let's dive right into it to see what messages we get to close this full moon and 111 energy off. So you being released from anyone trying to come against you, and you being able to focus on your path. And that's the truth, Yolanda. see what we get to close it off. For the highest good and harmony with the most enabling outcomes. 8 of coins that you put in the work. I promise you, this is God telling you, please continue to put in the work, and you finna hit this checkpoint that you couldn't even believe you hit. I promise you, believing in the impossible, you finna hit a checkpoint that you couldn't even believe. Continue to put in that work. 8 of coins, 8 of pentacles energy. Ace of sticks, new beginning. 9 of knives at the bottom of the deck. So let's start off with that 9 of knives energy. Let's see what they talking about right there with that skull on there and stuff. So we got the 9 of knives. Let's start it off. The plant for this card is lavender. 9 of knives. And it's crazy that it's lavender. Lavender kombucha. So, the image. A screaming skull is surrounded by 9 peaches with knives stuck through them. This symbolizes the troubled spirits of approximately 20,000 newly emancipated slaves who were placed in concentration camps in Natchez, Mississippi. The majority of men, women, and children died a slow, agonizing death from disease or starvation. The camp was located at the bottom of a pit where wild peaches trees grew. That's why this place came to be known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. To this day, no one eats the peaches because they know the bodies of those tortured people fertilize the soul. It was not the custom of indigenous people to eat anything that grew in areas that were considered beset with negative energy, such as this, because the despair would be internalized by whoever partook of such foods. Thank you, Yolanda. So the meaning of this card is positive, actually. It is renewed hope, the end of suffering. So you're releasing all suffering, anyone coming against you, any suffering of your own. The worst being over. So you're closing out a cycle. Good news, seeking help for depression and anxieties and letting go. So you're letting go of any depression, anxiety, suffering, and the worst is being over. Okay, the next card we had was 8 of coins. So this suffering and anything else that's pretty much holding you back or holding you down is being released, and you being able to continue to put in work towards your work and your purpose. Period. 8 of coins. It's 8 of coins. 8 of coins. 8 of coins. The plant for this card is milkweed. Milkweed. The image is Island Smith, a painting from 1877 to 1953. Was a Creek medicine man from Oklahoma. He was respected for his knowledge of traditional Creek medicines and cures. Island attributed his gift for healing to both indigenous and African heritage, which he believed made him twice as powerful as a full blood of either background. Though a controversial concept now, root workers tended to believe that people from certain ethnic or racial backgrounds had certain skills, abilities, or shortcomings inherent in the blood. The meaning of this card is skill development, working hard to attain a goal, craftsmanship, job training, apprenticeship, interns, a new job, thorough research, project development, brainstorming, students, teachers, educations, mastering a subject, studying, grinding, and entrepreneurship. That's what I'm getting. You're developing your skills. You're working hard to attain a goal, and you're being released from any suffering that's holding you back from doing what you're trying to do, which is obtain the goal that you're trying to obtain. Period. You put in the work necessary. What that man in, he right now, shit, put in the work necessary. Final card we got out of this whole read is Ace of Swords. New beginning energy. Ace of Swords. No, Ace of Sticks. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm acting like I'm reading the tarot. Ace of Sticks. A hand sticks out of a cloud, clasping a stick. Below the hand is Livonia Mound, the largest of the 10 Indian mounds in Point Coupe Parish, Louisiana. There has been a resurgence of interest since the 1980s among occultists in the dozen of Indian mounds and pyramids all over North America, but root workers have long recognized them as power centers. The meaning of this card is new opportunities, optimism, self-expression, passion, fertility, facing your fears, taking the bull by the horns, conception, self-confidence, travel, good news, being inspired, creative juices flowing, recognizing potential, courage, growth, and the use the force. So you stepping into new opportunities, you stepping into your passions, you taking the bull by the horns, which is releasing this past energy of suffering and anything else that was holding you back, bringing that to a halt and stepping into your creative juices and doing what you need to do. So I hope this resonates with you. You having a new beginning when it comes to you stepping into your passions. Anything that's holding you back, anybody that's holding you back, they got to come to peace with you, period. And you being able to fully focus on your work, put in the work towards it, and the impossible is finna happen to you. So I hope this resonated with you, and I hope you take heed. That's what I got for this full moon and the 111 energy. So yeah, you can add milkweed to your spiritual baths. What's milkweed good for? What are the spiritual properties of milkweed? What are the spiritual properties of milkweed? I'm living for love and light and blessings. What are the spiritual properties of milkweed? For anybody that needs to know, I need to know, but anybody else that may need to know. I'm always losing this card, Dick. Oh, it's right here in my face. Well, all right, y'all. I hope y'all out there message resonated with you. I hope you have a blessed, abundant time. I hope you have a blessed, abundant full moon. Peace out. See you next time.